Hey everybody, this is Benedict here from the selfrecordingband.com. As you know, I'm talking a lot about pre-production, songwriting, all the stuff before you even hit record. And today I want to show you a quick setup which, to give you a real-life example of how you could do pre-production and how you could set up something that allows you to be creative and work on the songs, the arrangements, listen back to what you did, and just get the songs to the point where they are ready to record, actually. So I spent the week at a beautiful studio with my band. So we stayed there for 7 days, spent the time songwriting, working on arrangements, and we kind of locked ourselves in there. We chose a place with no distractions in the middle of nowhere, away from our jobs and families and everything, so that we could focus on the music. So we went there, we set up everything on day one, and then we just played whenever we felt it, and everything was set up. We just had to walk into the room and start playing. And we recorded everything, we recorded demos, and we came up with a couple of cool songs. And I don't know if that setup that we bought and set up here, I don't know if it would be good enough to actually track something that could be mixed. We haven't tried that yet because we just bought it right before we got here. So, but I'm gonna show you what it is actually. I'm not sure about the quality of the preamps and the converters and this and all this stuff. But to do demos and pre-production, it's absolutely good enough, and it's really amazing and cheap. So I'm gonna walk you through how we set everything up. So let's see. So this is the room. It's a beautiful big live room with high ceilings, you know, the whole band fits in here perfectly, comfortably. So I just walk over here to the drums real quick. So what we got was this Behringer X Air 18, I think it is called. Let's go here. It's a small digital mixing desk. Yeah, it's called Behringer X Air XR 18, and it's a small digital mixing desk and also an audio interface at the same time. It has 16 mic preamps, 2 additional line-ins. It has 6 aux outputs, 2 main outputs, and a headphone output. It is controlled via tablet or smartphone or computer. It has a built-in Wi-Fi router in there. You can just connect your phone to it or your tablet. And it has a multi-channel interface, an 18 by 18 channel interface, so you can send 18 channels to your DAW individually, and you can send, it says 18 by 18, I'm not sure how that would work, by the way, but you can send at least the 8 outputs and the headphone outputs out of your DAW, so you have individual monitor mixes. So it's definitely enough for the whole band. And this thing costs 400 euros or something. Like, it's really cheap. It's kind of crazy because with this thing, you could drive a PA system from the main outs here in your rehearsal room, so you can hear the vocals. You can drive 6. You can have 6 individual monitor mixes here from aux 1 to 6. You can have 18 inputs that you can all record simultaneously. 18 mics. You have additional line-ins that you could use, and you could even use a 7th output or a stereo monitor mix here with the phone's output. You have the Wi-Fi built in, the individual control for every band member, and all of that for 400 euros, which is really incredible. And we've had it for the week. We tried it, we used it all the time, and it worked just fine. It worked great. So the setup was, we put up microphones on just a basic microphone set up on the drums, like a kick drum mic, snare drum, high tom, floor tom, then a pair of overheads, and that's it for the drum kit for the demo and pre-production. Then we had an SM7 here because that microphone is a dynamic mic and it doesn't pick up as much of the room noise and the instruments, so it works great for situations like that. Then we had the 800 of one of our guitar players with a 112 Mesa cab, just mic'd with a dynamic microphone. Then we had the 5150 of our other guitar player with this 2x12 Fender cab, mic'd with one microphone. And then I was stupid enough to leave my bass amp at home. I just literally forgot it when we loaded the van. So I arrived without an amp. So I rented from the studio that we're at, I rented this Gallien-Kruger amp, but I just use it flat. As you see, everything is flat. I just use it as a power amp. And on this stand, I had my laptop and I just played, and I never did that, and I always wanted to try it, so it was kind of cool. I played into the Darkglass plugin. So it's a distortion pedal plugin, the Darkglass B7K plugin. I played into that, and so I plugged my bass into the interface. Then from the output of the interface, I went into, I plugged into the interface. The interface signal went to the computer. There's the plugin, and then the output of the interface goes into the reamp box, and from the reamp box I go into the amp, and it worked and sounded awesome. So I played a digital, or at least hybrid setup for the week, and I just mic'd the cab with a SM57 just so I could capture it. And and all those signals go into the Behringer digital mixer. And everybody had his own control surface on his phone or tablet in my case. So everybody could control his own monitor mix, which is awesome. So we went from the aux outputs of the mixer, from the first 4 channels, because we were 4 people in the band, we went into this 4-channel headphone distribution amplifier. Also a Behringer, really cheap headphone amp. That it has 4 channels, so each mix went into 1 channel, and then we have headphone extension lines to everybody's place here. So everybody had his own headphone mix, his own set of in-ears or headphones or whatever everybody uses, and everybody can control this individually. Yeah, and then that was the setup, and it stayed like that the whole week, and we just walked in. And of course there was a laptop connected to the Behringer desk to record everything. Our drummer did that, and we just walked in. We started the desk and the laptop. We hit record and we played, and and everything was set up and ready to go. So you have your monitoring, you have your recording. You could use a PA system in addition to that. And it's just a very, very cheap way to be able to really hear what you're doing, because the monitoring with in-ears is just great. And at the same time, record everything, make a quick rough mix, have demos, pre-production, work on the songs. Awesome. Just awesome. So, yeah. For all those people who were asking about monitoring, getting individual mixes, and ways to do pre-production, that's a very basic, very cheap, but super amazing setup that you could try for yourself. I hope that helped, and try it out, give it a shot, and maybe I'll try the interface and see how good the quality of the tracks that we recorded actually is, because maybe this could be a solution to do real production. I mean, I wouldn't make a record with it in the studio, of course, because I have better options, but for a DIY kind of production, maybe the converters and the preamps are good enough. I don't know. I'll have a listen. I see what what you could actually do with it. Maybe you could even track your record with it. I don't know, but the fact alone that you can do pre-production, demos, monitoring, all that kind of stuff is easily worth the 400 euros. So yeah, that's it. Have a nice day. I hope that was helpful. Bye.